Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.
वॉचो ऐप पे देखो एक OTT के दाम पे सारे OTT शान से.
We come to you live 8 minutes past midnight in India, where the Indian innings has finally come to an end. It's 171 for 7. It's more than they got at Adelaide. It doesn't seem as easy to bat as Adelaide. So who will be happier at halftime in the second semi-final, which looks bright and sunny for now in Guyana, and we hope it stays that way. This is Maruti Suzuki Arena presents espncricinfo timeout, powered by Dish TV. Watcher will hear from Nick Knight shortly. Sanjay Manjrekar here. This is why I love having cricketers on our show, because this is the kind of score where some viewers will be thinking, wow, they've done well. Some would be thinking, my God, they should have got more. So put that in perspective, Sanjay.
Okay, now the first thing that you've got to ask yourself is, you had a look at the pitch, you saw how the ball behaved. What is the pass score? And my assessment of the pitch is the pass score is about 160. So India, in my view, is slightly over par, because we saw some sensational batting from Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Jadeja down the order, Hardik with that cameo. So do England have the skills that Rohit Sharma, Surya, Hardik showed? We'll have to wait and see, because I think India batted really well. 8 overs of great spin. But I think India are 12 runs over par.
Looking at visuals, we got a glimpse of Rohit Sharma before we came live. And I don't want to make too much into a 2-second glimpse. But at times I've seen him so happy and chilled. And for some reason, why did it feel like he's unsure?
You know why? Because this is England. If it was any other opposition, South Africa or anyone, barring Australia, England have been India's nemesis on the important stages. It's just a dangerous team. Ideally, they would have the kind of start that they had. They could have gone on to get 180, 190, but that's expecting too much, because the pitch is so tricky that every batter will not come in and start belting the ball. So we had at least 4 batters coming and playing superbly.
Yep.
And I think that should be enough against England.
What about the spin versus pace contrast, which was significant? The two spinners, Livingston and Rashid, 1 for 49 of 8 overs, big wicket of Rohit Sharma. The likes of Topley and Sam Curran have gone at 10s, Chris Jordan has gone at 12s.
So that actually evens out, isn't it? Because that sensational 8 overs, Liam Livingston, I mean, what a player to have. He was India's problem in that semi-finals at Adelaide as well. He's a guy who bowls the leg spinners to the right-handers, off-spinners to the left-handers. But India compensated against pace. Jordan got couple of wickets, but went at almost 12 or 13 runs and over. So on a pitch like that, when you have 2 bowlers, their main bowlers going at over 10, 11, I think India have done well, and I hope I'm right at the end of it, because what I saw there was India getting runs at a good rate on a pitch that is really not so good for batting.
Okay, our YouTube Live, we're seeing viewers being very keen to know what kind of score is 171. Sanjay has answered that. And a lot of questions now from Umanna, from Bunny on Dubey, and why India did not send him earlier and kept him as late as they did. Sanjay Manjrekar.
One of the things that I've always worried about is something that I've spoken about, I've written about, is India, when it comes to the marquee events, the big games, or the ICC matches, tend to overthink and not keep it simple like Mahendra Singh Dhoni used to do. We messed up our batting order in 2019, 2023 as well, the final, how we played. It was hard to understand. Because the obvious choice is Shivam Dube. I know the pitch was slow, but this is the reason Shivam Dube was in the side, to come at this stage. And if they had sent somebody who has the ability to score even bigger and quicker than Dube, I could understand. But with Jadeja's batting form, it was hard to understand. In the end, Jadeja played a good inning, but not. I don't think any one of us know what's the rationale behind that.
Does it vindicate itself because Jadeja has played a pretty brisk 17 and Dube has gotten out first ball? So in a way, does it not cost India anything, or is it still something that is a reason why India have not got, say, 180?
If you have to nitpick, then you can say that maybe it cost India something, because Dube showed signs, right? Against Australia also, there were a couple of big shots that he played in the match before that as well. So he can be a dangerous player, and against popular expectation, if you picked him in the side, this is the time to send him in. So if you have to nitpick, you could say that, yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good mood. But overall, I think India batted really well on a difficult pitch.
Hanish says, I think it was more about facing Hardik, they wanted Hardik to face more balls on this pitch rather than just saving Dube.
Well, Hardik was there anyway, right?
Dubey normally comes in before Hardik.
Yeah.
This time they sent Hardik
which is fine.
ahead of Dubey, and we were then surprised with Jadeja coming in ahead of Dubey.
Yeah, so I guess left-hand, right-hand combination is something that they wanted. But there is somebody in that team, we've seen in the earlier matches as well, where Jadeja's batting form hasn't been great for a while, where he was sent ahead of Akshar Patel too. So there's somebody in the team management who trusts Jadeja, has faith in his ability, and today he vindicated.
Sure. 8 overs of spin though. Could India have done anything more to take them down? Or you sense the intent was right, it was just tough to take spin down?
There's a big difference in the 168 that India got at Adelaide, because there they were not really willing to take too many risks. Here they were taking risks. Every batter who came in tried to score quickly and put their wicket on the line. And in the end, if this is what they've got, I think you can say that India tried their best, and this is what they've mustered, and that should count for something.
Okay.
Should be enough, and I hope at the end of the match I'm right.
We'll get more perspective once this game comes to an end. But Nick Knight has now joined us. It's a slow surface, we believe, in Guyana. Slightly slow connection for Nick Knight. He's managed to cling on to something now. And I'll give you a quick summation of Sanjay's thoughts, Nick, if you've missed it. Sanjay says it's a good score. It's about 10 over par, because he thinks a par score is 160 on this surface, especially with India's spinners. We have seen, though, Rohit Sharma was a little, I would say, concerned with his expressions. Maybe he felt they could have got more. Give me your summation of the first innings.
Yeah, I think sometimes the way you guys have just been talking about the batting order just gives us a clue how the dressing room or the dugout is thinking. Hardik going up a little bit. I think the key moments in the game with the bat in hand were the dismissals of Rohit and Sky at key times for England. So I think that's just held back 10, 15, 20 runs maybe for India. I agree with Sanjay. It is a good score on that pitch with the bowling attack that India have available. And I think it highlights my point really earlier about partnerships. England are going to have to play really well to chase this down. I don't think it's going to be easy if you're losing wickets regularly, because 15 and 20 is not going to be easy. 25, it's going to be getting out in the power play quickly. And if you do so, trying to hold the partnership together for as long as possible, it's not going to be easy with new batters in.
I made that assessment of this being slightly over par based only on the pitch conditions,
100%.
not so much about what kind of bowling quality
Absolutely.
India have.
Let's get a quick call from both of you on whether you think this pitch will continue to be tough. It seemed like it was tough to hit the spinners. Nick, you sense that'll happen?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I thought it got tougher actually as the game went on. So a little bit more turn. I thought at times England were too full. I thought that India could hit through the line a little bit. I think India will adjust their sights a little bit. They'll bowl it into the surface. I also don't think England at times bowled straight enough. I expect India to bowl straighter.
Okay. Sanjay, for quick thoughts on the second innings. Big second innings for India. You could almost feel what's at stake here.
England is a dangerous side, and when it comes to the big match, and this is what has changed in the English cricket culture, where their players seem to sort of surpass their best on the big stage. So that's the only worry. Pure cricketing logic, I think India batted really well to get that score, and it seems good enough. Arshdeep has to hit the pitch more than trying to swing the ball. All those little things will come into play later.
All right. Nick, forecast this for me, please.
I think India have got their noses ahead slightly. England have got the players. They're going to have to play very, very well if India bowl well. If India don't have a good day, then obviously that makes it a whole lot easier for England. But I think assuming that India have their A game with ball in hand, I think they have their noses in front.
Right. Who will hold their nerve for the remaining 20 overs of the second semi-final? You could sense this is high-stakes poker now between India and England, and why shouldn't it be? It's a place in the World Cup final up for grabs. Nick Knight, Sanjay Manjrekar, let's pick up the conversation. Perhaps then we can reflect upon fine moments, small moments that Sanjay and Nick have raised here, which will prove the difference between whichever side goes on to win. Join us for post-match analysis. Maruti Suzuki Arena presents espncricinfo Timeout, powered by Dish TV. Watch your, do download the mobile app. It'll have you covered with everything. Let's hope we have no more rain breaks. We expect this 20 overs to go well. The forecast is clear. We will see you at the end of the second semi.
Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.
वॉचो ऐप पे देखो एक OTT के दाम पे सारे OTT शान से